We want every OFW to be able to achieve their dream of providing a better future for their family.
In this interview, we will talk about how BPI plans to help OFs to have a better financial planning, not only for them, but for their family's future.
Hello mga ka-TFT! We're very honored and very delighted to have a very special guest today, flying all the way from the Philippines. But before that, a little trivia. Alam niyo ba that the oldest bank, not just in the Philippines, but the whole Southeast Asia, is Bank of the Philippine Islands, or BPI? And today, we are honored to have with us the Executive Vice President and Consumer Banking Head, Miss Ginbee Go! Hello, Ginbee!
Karen, it's been some time and finally here in Dubai.
So happy to have you here. I mean, you see naman how
Yes.
Filipinos are in here in Dubai. Ang dami-dami namin.
Oo, kaya excited na excited ako to finally be here in Dubai. And hello sa mga ka-TFT.
Yes, like, please.
Yes, thank you, Karen.
Yes. So, a lot of Filipinos are actually thinking, okay, BPI is such a respected brand. And finally, you're expanding in the UAE. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, we're very excited to be here in UAE, in Dubai in particular, because you've shared with me for quite some time, having been based here for a long time already, that really in UAE, in Dubai, you've got the largest concentration of Filipinos.
Yes.
And that's why we're here, because we want to be able to reach out to more overseas Filipinos.
What are BPI's goals naman for OFWs like us?
We want every OFW to be able to achieve their dream of providing a better future for their family. Alam natin ang sakripisyo ng bawat OFW. Dapat nandyan kaakibat ang BPI sa kanilang pag-unlad and be with them throughout their entire journey as an OFW, and also be a partner for their Philippine-based families. So, mas magandang bukas talaga with BPI.
So, Ginbee, how old is BPI now?
172, turning 173 years by August.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
We are actually only one of 8 companies in the Philippines that are over a century old. Can you believe that?
Amazing.
Yes.
So
yes, super.
it's very it's an honor for us na finally BPI is expanding in the UAE.
Yes.
What are the reasons?
Quite a number, but bottom line, Karen, we want every OFW to be able to achieve their dream of providing a better future for their family. Ang contribution ng OFW's remittances in terms of GDP and GNP is 8.5 to 7.5% respectively. So, imagine that big of a contribution. So, hindi pwedeng hindi sila kasama sa aming mission. The mission of BPI is to build a better Philippines. One family, one community at a time. At alam natin na ang OFWs, malaki ang contribution sa Filipino economy. And very resilient ang ating Overseas Filipinos segment. Just imagine, di ba, during the pandemic, talagang maraming mga overseas Filipinos, they had to come home. And because nagsara ang economies all over the world. But after the pandemic, and it's now 2023, we now have 2.3 million Filipinos in 2023 that got deployed again overseas. That is already 5 times more in terms of land base, 5 times more deployment compared to the pandemic era, the COVID era.
OFWs are so in demand because
Super.
the OFWs take care of their families.
Yes.
Ano naman kaya ang mga pwedeng gawin ng mga OFWs to take care of themselves And
Nako.
so ano kayong mga services ang pwedeng i-offer ni BPI for them?
Very important question yan, Karen. Kasi more often than not, ang mga overseas Filipinos, they really go away. They leave their families, not because of themselves, not for themselves, but for their families. Para mabigyan ng mas magandang bukas. And that's exactly what our tagline is for overseas Filipinos and our mass market Filipinos, which is really mas magandang bukas. Saan man sa mundo. So important sa amin to reach out to our overseas Filipinos so that they will learn how to take care of themselves and their families for the future. Hindi lang yung para sa ngayon, kundi para sa kanilang kinabukasan. Importante yon because hindi lang for the overseas Filipino na nagsasakripisyo, pero para malaman din ng kanilang mga pamilya na nasa Pilipinas na they have to think for the brighter future. Diba? So, ang aming adhikain is for the overseas Filipino to learn how to manage their finances well. Hindi lang importante ang magpadala, mag-remit para sa day-to-day. Importante rin ang makapagpatabi para sa kanilang kinabukasan. So, saving for the future, investing for the future, are critical components of how a better life can be lived in the future.
How are you leveraging on digitalization?
That's one of the core pillars of the strategy of BPI, to be able to reach more Filipinos. Because we realize that the branch network, while we have one of the largest branch networks in the country, we cannot just rely on the branches to reach Filipinos, particularly those who are abroad, overseas, like our OFWs. That's why digitalization is very, very important as a pillar for financial inclusion, because we want to reach more Filipinos. We've actually been one of the, if not the most downloaded app.
We are so excited about the BPI app. Tell us more about that.
Karen, we are committed to reaching out to more Filipinos, not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. And that's why we built the BPI mobile app to make sure that every Filipino anywhere in the world can open an account in just 5 minutes with just one ID and do their necessary transactions through the app. Wherever they are in the world, mas magandang bukas sa BPI.
Heard Michael V is coming.
Oh yes, we're so excited. He's our brand ambassador for the overseas Filipinos because siya mismo, ang kanyang tatay nag-OF. So naiintindihan niya kung paano maging part of the family dahil yung daddy niya was an overseas Filipino.
So what's his role in creating financial wellness or awareness? What will Michael V do?
I believe that as a brand ambassador, you have to first of all be aware of how you can manage your finances well. And si Michael V, magaling dyan. Matagal na siyang depositor and client ng BPI. Second, definitely the values must be aligned, di ba? Kasi si Michael V, naiintindihan niya kung anong hirap ang pinagdaanan ng kanyang pamilya at ng kanyang tatay para maitaguyod sila.
I mean, hirap. Hirap is a word that every OFW knows.
Yes.
I mean, every Filipino knows. I mean,
Yes.
everybody knows.
That's right.
So, to be able to make sure na may mabubuting patutunguhan yung mga pinaghirapan mo sa
Yes.
ibang bansa, how is BPI going to help us or the OFWs save up?
Well, in the digital mobile app, it's hard if you're far from your family, far from the branch network in the Philippines, right? So In BPI, in the BPI mobile app, we have what you call a track and plan feature, which is an AI or artificial intelligence inspired app. It will give you insights as to how you can manage your money better. For example, may pumasok na malaking deposit, malaking credit, siguro kasi nagsweldo sila at nag-remit sila sa kanilang BPI account. It will trigger an insight that says, oh, you have a big amount that came in. Baka gusto mong tingnan yung alternative deposits and investments that are available for you to invest on. Aside from the BPI mobile app, ang mga nasa Pilipinas nila na pamilya, pa-open din nila ng BPI account kasi it's so easy to just transfer from one BPI account to the other. Zero fees. 'Di ba? And then, yung mga pamilya nila, members of their family who are in the Philippines, they can always go to any nearby BPI branch and speak with our branch personnel to help them manage the finances. You know, talk about investments, talk about paano ba magkabahay, kung ito lang yung savings ngayon, pang down payment, pwede ba yung mag-loan ng housing loan, paano magkaroon ng auto loan, paano magkaroon ng kanegosyo loan. Kasi important din na maitaguyod nila small business because we understand many of our OFs, yung pangarap din nila is to have a business of their own, particularly if they plan to retire in the Philippines. So, it's easy enough for those family members to go to a BPI branch and ask their trusted advisors among our branch personnel. And for those na may mga malaki na savings, you know, we have a virtual advisor.
Oh.
We have a virtual advisor and we can always just call the Overseas Filipino and manage from abroad.
Actually, our recent survey, a joint survey between the Filipino Times and Philippine Property Investment Exhibition, it showed that the #1 investment preference of the Filipinos right now is property, followed by their own business.
Yes.
At talaga, of course, you need capital, you know, to be
Yes.
able to do that. Pag nagpunta ba si OF sa BPI, mababait ba ang mga taga-BPI? Will they, you know, basically entertain them?
So, you know, and this is one of the things that we have been very, very keen on for the past years. Part of our strategic priority is not just the digitalization, but actually a phygital customer experience that is centered on the customer. Customer obsession is our battle cry. And as we go through a major transformation in BPI because of the digitalization capabilities of the bank now, we also have to transform the way that we engage with our clients or customers in the branches. That's why ang branch transformation namin, ang tawag namin dyan, phygital, the combination of physical and digital. Kasi na-realize namin, marami pa rin sa mga Filipinos would like to be able to discuss things with a person. Kasi namimiss nila yung interaction and engagement, particularly in areas where, you know, it's still very community-based. Yung mga branch personnel namin, nagiging tito, tita nila, ninong nila, and they really go to the BPI branch to be able to engage with our branch person.
Gusto namin yan because we really want physical interaction. Kasi
Yes.
AI, we love AI, it makes things easier. But iba pa rin yung may nakakausap ka, ate, kuya, how do you do these things?
Yes, important ang physical interaction. And that's why with digitalization, we combine our digital capabilities with our social, our engagement, our interactions in the branches. So, yung mga gusto mong itanong na medyo complex at hindi masasagot ng digital app, at kahit na may AI, kasi may mga follow-up questions ka, at gusto mo rin very customized, gusto mo rin may konting kwento, di ba? Hindi ka naman pwedeng makipagkwentuhan with an AI. Maganda pa rin na it's still done in the branch and you engage with our branch personnel. For example, isipin mo lang, meron po akong anak na mag-graduate. Pwede po bang mag-open ng account? And paano po ba yun? So, yung mga ganyang kwento, it's hard to do that via the app.
So,
Even
ibig
with
sabihin,
AI.
what about 4FWs? How are we going to have that kind of physical interaction pag may mga question para sa anak, para sa pamilya?
Kaya
Ano
may
siya?
virtual advisor. Kasi
Okay.
ang virtual advisor, hindi yan AI It's a real live person. Via Zoom nga lang or via Teams or whatever video conferencing that they have. But it really is a live person. And it's as if you're in the branch. We know how important that engagement is kahit malayo ang OFW. Being their trusted financial advisor all throughout their journey, from the start of their being an OFW up to the time that they retire, we have something for all of you.
That's great. So it takes two to tango. The OF and the family of the OF. And of course, to tie them together is a great partner, which is no other than, of course, BPI. We're very grateful and honored, really, to have Ms. Ginbee Go, the Executive Vice President and Consumer Banking Head of BPI. Thank you so much, Ginbee.
Thank you, Karen. It's been a wonderful day to spend with you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, mga ka-TFT.